Hey everybody, it's Kelly here on flosstube. I think it's episode 23. I forgot to look. It's me, Kelly. I don't run with scissors. Um, your favorite lawyer, Jeep driving, mom of twins, and two crazy rescue dogs who likes to craft in her spare time. I apologize for being late. I actually debated filming this week. I'm exhausted. I'm sick. I'm still sick. I've had 2 negative COVID tests. I've tested negative for strep, influenza A, and influenza B. I just had a chest x-ray done, and some other blood work done. The concern is that I may have pneumonia. But we don't know. We don't know. The other theory is that I had COVID and was asymptomatic for quite some time, and now that somehow in the recovery back end, I'm developing all of the symptoms. I don't know. All I know is I feel like crud, and I'm exhausted. And I literally, I have enough energy most days to shower and get dressed, and maybe one small thing. That's about it. And then I require a nap, and then I can do one maybe other small thing, but really not much. And then I go to bed and I sleep, and I sleep for like 12 hours at night. It's not very exciting. I mean, I don't mind being sick as long as it's a sick where I can still be productive. So yeah, so it's a very I'm not a good patient. We'll just go with that. I'm not. Excuse me. So best new thing. I mean, there's still lots of great stuff. I'm stumped. We'll get back. We'll circle back. I had it in my brain. It's now run off. It's run off. I don't know. It will come back to me in midstream of something else, and then I'll go, oh yeah, duh. And then we'll share in the excitement of best new thing. But for right now, it's a mystery. It's a mystery. That's how I run my life. It's a mystery. Bean did fix the curtain rod. I don't know if I pointed that out last week. I still haven't painted the wall. Clearly not painting it anytime soon either. But it's straight, so now I just have to find where I set the red panels after I washed them. I don't know. And there's not many places it could be. And like literally, I don't know. So I don't know. I'm tired. It is now, I think it's Tuesday. It could be Monday. Is it Tuesday? It's the 9th, whatever day of the week that is. It's the 9th. And it's about 8:30 at night. I do have some, so here on my channel, we talk about a lot of things. We do. We just do, because that's the nature of human people. Okay, so we talk about cross stitching, we talk about knitting, crocheting, quilting, home repairs, home renovation, which I'm getting behind on, and it's frustrating. But clearly I'm not in the sort that I can take that on today or anytime in the near immediate future. So one of the things I did, so I've been reevaluating what I'm doing and how I'm stitching it and things, and you know, I have a couple sales that I signed up for, but they were free sales. And I love a free sale. Like seriously, like because budgets are tight and whatever. And there's some beautiful sales out there that are free. Okay. So sign up for all these things. As we all know, that's kind of my approach. What I've realized in being sick and having to slow down and whatnot is that just because a sale is free doesn't mean it fits my aesthetic. And I would rather spend more time stitching like on pandemic than almost forcing my stitching time to be used to stitch on something that doesn't really thrill me. So that said, what I decided is I will still save the parts to those. Maybe my style will change or I will need to make it for a gift or something down the road, but for now I'm not going to worry about it. So I literally unlabeled my fabric for probably 3 or 4 sales in the last several days. And I feel really good about that. I feel that that's the right choice for me. It may not be the right choice for everybody, but I'm glad that I'm finally to the point where I gave myself permission to do that and to not feel guilty about it. I think that's the key. I don't feel guilty about it. What else? Yeah. I finished my sock. Remember I told you I just had to do the little toe. Now I just have to weave in the ends. Bean tried it on and said it was actually a good sock. Although now that I'm looking at it, my toe and my heel are wonky. It's my first sock. It's okay. The only thing she said is it was hard to get. The cup isn't where I cast on. Apparently it doesn't get loose enough to kind of slide over really easily. I don't know how to fix that. I don't. So if anybody knows, I know that Shiloh does a lot of knitting. So maybe if on an off chance Shiloh knows, Shiloh might watch me. I know she's not. At least I don't think she is. I watch her though. She's very sweet. Maybe if somebody can direct me onto how to cast on so that it's a looser to go around. But I don't think that's bad for a first heel and stuff. I think I did really well. And the fact that my kid is willing to wear it, that says a lot, right? We're going to make the next pair, the next sock, so it'll at least be a pair. So there's that. The other thing that I want to cast on and do, it's called the Descent Pullover. But I don't know how to do the, like, changing the threads in the between the knits. So if anybody's got a good tutorial on that, that would be great, because that would be really fun to knit. And I have all the yarn, and I have all the and I have the needles. Now I just need to know how to do it. And yes, I am drinking out of 2 cups. One is hot tea, and one is Diet Coke. I'm a two-fisted drinker. It's true. Okay, so while I'm doing like the other stuff, we'll get this out of the way. I got my order of sulky threads in. They had that sale the other day, or a couple weeks ago. And so I think they were like $12. And now I get to play with them and find out, do I like sulky to stitch with? What I might do, so I have the Modern Folk embroidery, which is so pretty, and I'm going to do it in the black and gray with pops of color. So I was thinking this brown variegated would be cute for the, would be really cool for the basket. And then maybe I'll do like, I don't know, maybe the red, the solid red, and the red variegated for fruit. I don't know. But I really think the brown variegated will be pretty for the basket in black one. And I really feel pulled to start and do that right now for some reason. But then I keep thinking, okay, wait, I have my Whipco goals. I have my Whipco goals. We need to, like, what I think I need to do is just take a deep breath, which is harder than you think, and take a night off and just kind of stitch what I want. And if that means starting the modern folk embroidery, then that's what that means. So that said, I do have 3 finishes. They're little. I finished my Stitchotomy Winter Stitch Along, complete with chocolate ice cream blob from, I think, my kid. I think I'm just gonna make it into like a little wall hanging for winter. It would make a funny shaped pillow because it's not like it would be long and narrow. But it'd be cute like on a door, like maybe to the door to my office. So then I did, Bent Creek has a freebie floating around. It's old, it's an older freebie, but for Groundhog's Day. He's so cute. It's hard to find Groundhog's Day patterns. I wonder why. That's actually the only one I've really found. But he's kind of fun. Dana from Stitch Life says it looks like he has jazz hands, and now I just can't unsee it. It's the jazz hands gopher. I can't unsee it. Just and then I did the Bent Creek sheep for the month. So I just need to put that on the board and put the magnet on the washer. I think the washer that will hook to the magnet that's on the board. So that'll get taken care of. What I think I'm going to do is just do a general February bowl. I have a bowl and I have like red and white pom-poms, yarn pom-poms on sticks. They were in the Christmas section, so I got them for like dirt cheap. But they're red and white, so that still counts. So I think I'm just going to kind of incorporate a lot of little smalls in there with the pom-poms and the... Yeah. So then we've been stitching. Now, like really and truly, I've been sleeping. That's mostly what I've been doing is sleeping. I got a little bit more done on the biggest fab ever. Like seriously. It is going to need a bath when it is done because, yeah. Hang on. So we're getting there. That would be the top left side of the periodic table. So it's getting there. Slowly but surely. That's a good one for where I have a little bit of energy and I can do some stitching, but I don't have to concentrate too much because the grid is kind of penciled in and that. So that said, I did a little bit more on Santa's Travels, which was one of my the periodic table in Santa's Travels were my WIP goal numbers for last month, but all of my goals on WIP goal are basically year-long goals. So box 1 is almost done. I think if I can manage my energy level for a little bit longer tonight, box 1 will be done for Santa's Travels, which would be really nice. And then the other thing that I've been working on is, and I've been playing Stitchopoly and same. This has been so much fun. Like even after this month, maybe that's how I'm gonna I'll just start a new board. I don't know. I like the game idea. I play Whipco, which is like bingo. I'm playing Monopoly. Um, so I've been spreading my Monopoly or Stitchopoly stitches right now. I've been coordinating them with my WIPGO goals. So this month's WIPGO, if you recall, is it's Mother Vulva from, who is it by? I forget. It's on Etsy. I'll link it below. I totally forget. I'm blanking on who it is. It's literally 6 colors. I don't know where it is. I'm losing my mind, you guys. I've actually made a lot of really good progress on her. I have to take out like 5 stitches. I put them over, like which 5? These little, yeah, 6 stitches. I have to take the 6 stitches out. They should have been over here. But she's coming along. What was my other finish? I finished it. I was so proud of myself for finishing it. I don't remember. Does anybody remember my goal from WIPGO? Let me pull it up. Oh, the flamingo ornaments. And you guys already saw those. Really and truly. Exactly. I'm exhausted. So the flamingo ornaments are done. They're not FFO'd yet, but they are done. So far I've got 1 out of 4 WIPGO numbers that have called done. It's better than none. And like I said, I'm really enjoying Semi-Sane Stitcher's Stitchopoly. It's easy for me to remember to do. I need to upload my whips to an album on magical stitches. I'm on Team Gods. I actually just started the second in the Percy Jackson series. And I finished Ravensbrook. That's the other book which is like, there are almost 35 hours worth of reading on Audible. I highly recommend this book. However, know that it is a very heavy book. There were things that I didn't realize were going, like, that happened. And obviously, there's no way that I could have in a lot of ways. It has to do with Ravensbrück, the concentration camp, and how women were treated, and children, and it is a hard one to stomach. That said, I'm glad that I read it. And I would highly recommend it. Yeah. I did not realize how survivors were treated even after the camps were liberated. Hang on a second. Hey, boy child, can you try on a sock? Live and in person. And it just...
It's too tight around right here. You need to make this either stretch out or a little bit more.
Bean got it on. She kind of wiggled it on.
I couldn't. There's no way for me to get that on.
Okay.
It didn't even get... It got like right here.
Yeah, how do I fix the sock? I know that one obviously I won't be able to fix, but Bean will get the first, I guess, socks because she can get them on. She can wear them around the house. Who cares? It's COVID. It's, stay home. Stay home. Now I took... Okay, so Ravensbrück. So yeah, I didn't realize, like, how poorly the soldiers who were liberating the camps were then almost re-victimizing the survivors of the concentration camp. And that's exactly what they were doing. They were re-torturing them. I mean, they were raping, and it made me sick. It makes me sad. And to think that that didn't happen really that long ago is crazy. Yeah. Cringy. Let's see. Stitch Life magazine has a new box coming out. They are also doing 12 months of ornaments. It's very cute. Dana has a little house, and it's a little house. The finishing for the, because she showed it on the magazine thing the other night. You can make it like into a little hanging pillow ornament. And then, so that's January, and it's got like a little wreath on the door and stuff. It's super cute. And then February has something, it's the same basic house, but it's February themed. I'm not describing things well. Okay. Okay. So, this next week, I'm not really going to set any goals for this next week, other than to rest. The one thing I do want, okay, so on Instagram, is it stitching in color or stitches in heritage? It's either one of the, and I apologize for, and I tried to go back through my feed to see if I could figure out exactly whose it is, and I couldn't figure it out offhand. And then it will come through my feed later, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, this is what it is. When I figure it out, I will pop it below because I think it's awesome. They took the old Prairie Schooler ABC. It's like A is for angler or something, and it's got a fish. I don't know. And they changed, they stitched it as it should be stitched except for the wording. And she's changing it to be like, A is for activism, B is for Black Lives Matter, C is for, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. D is for diversity. What the heck's C for? I don't know. I'm going to have to figure this out because it's really going to bother me because it's really, really cool. Because at first you're like, okay, it's Prairie School. And then you look and it's like, holy cow. I want to find it. I love her idea. And I would stitch it in a heartbeat, given the choice, giving the chance. I don't own those patterns. But I was thinking of doing, so my new best thing, now I remember it. I'm not stupid, you guys. I'm really not stupid. Okay, so my new best thing, you're gonna laugh at me. I downloaded TikTok. Yeah. And essentially TikTok algorithms sends me little dogs in clothing with voiceover so that it sounds like the little dogs are talking. And so like the one little dog, they're bathing the little dog. It is like, I think it's a Yorkie in this one. I've seen them do the little dachshund. The little dachshund is like all wet. And he's looking at the person washing him, and you hear the voice going, "What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?" And then the other person goes, "Stop it!" And he like gets all wet again. And he goes, "What the hell?" I don't know why I've watched these videos more times than I probably should admit to watching as an adult, but I laugh every time. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really and truly am very easily amused in life. It's yeah. So, so I get a lot of those, and for some reason I get a lot of lesbian jokes, which I find they're absolutely hysterical. It's these two women, and I actually have now followed them because they crack me up too. And the one woman is like, "Hey babe," that tells the joke. Her wife then cracks up laughing like, "Are you stupid?" It's the funniest thing. So TikTok has honestly been my new favorite. I know it's sad. So anyway, even now we're not even watching TikTok, and I'm dying laughing. Okay, so one day I was going through the feed because when I'm like, y'all get it. You're just kind of searching your feeds and stuff, and the cutest little black girl with these big pom pom um pigtails. She's adorable. Her mom and her go through the ABCs and they practice their ABCs. And I think this little girl's like 4. And her mom goes, A. And the little girl goes, A is for awesome. I am awesome. She goes, B. And she goes through the whole alphabet, and they're all very affirming, positive things. And I absolutely love them. Like, it's so cute. And she's just got this great little laugh. And, they're little kids. So she's a little kid. So sometimes her words, it's like LMNOP, it's LMNOP, not just one word. So, so you could like, it's just cute. It warms my heart. So what I'd like to do is find a vintage, a cute alphabet similar to like the prairie schooler ones that I can change to do, but I kind of want it more bright. I'm not a prairie schooler fan. Like, her colors are just not my choice of aesthetic. I like brighter, clearly red curtains. Um, more vivid pops of color and stuff, especially something like that. So if anybody has a suggestion on an alphabet I can use, I'd greatly appreciate it. Um, because I just think that would be really fun. Um, I am still stitching Valentine's Day. In fact, I actually bought, I didn't print it out. So I'm actually, okay, so I have all these patterns that are PDFs that you either download because they're free or they're whatever, all these charts. And then I forget. I forget what I own. I forget what things are. Like, one pattern I told you guys before, I bought it twice. Thank God the seller on Etsy was like, "Oh yeah, see, that's okay. Here you go. We'll refund your money for being an idiot." And thankfully I've only done that once. But so I've gone through the process of, at least I'm going to print them off, at least the front covers, and at least have a notebook full of the covers, or like the pictures, so that I can figure it out. It's probably going to be a big project because I have a lot of patterns. I have a lot of sewing patterns too, so it's not like, I mean, I have to just, and a lot of quilting patterns. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. Like I said, I've been kind of boring because I've been sleeping a lot. I haven't been able to sit down with Bean and help her with her Sal. And I want to do that because in the next couple days, the next planet or whatever is going to be next is going to come through. So I may do a breathing treatment right now. Thank goodness for nebulizers and inhalers. We may do that, and then depending on where I'm at feeling, maybe I'll get her going tonight or tomorrow. I have to do shipped or Instacart. I need bread and water, bottled water, and Diet Coke. But I don't want to go, like, I know I don't have COVID. They've tested me twice in the last 2.5 weeks, and both of them have come back negative. So the doctors are kind of like, we don't think you, like, also all tests say no. They really are leaning towards pneumonia, which I don't know that I've always had bronchitis. I don't know that I've had pneumonia. And I'm telling you, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm having trouble breathing and getting, like, keeping my breath, the way it feels, I would think it was my shunt, and I'd call my neurosurgeon. But I don't know that a shunt malfunction would cause breathing issues. Like, that doesn't make sense to me to wonder. So that's that again. I didn't do much stitching. I hit 100 subscribers. That was my other big news. I hit 100 subscribers. I'm so excited. And yes, seriously, if you'll just hit the like button and the subscribe button down below, that would be great. It really does help my self-esteem. I'm not going to lie. It is wonderful when it says new subscriber or so-and-so liked your video. It's cute. It is. So I appreciate you helping me build my self-esteem as a 48-year-old white woman who has been not had the best self-esteem growing up. And so, yeah, so I go ahead and hit subscribe. Go ahead and hit like. You don't actually have to watch me again. All you're doing, though, is you're boosting my ego. And right now, I am a hot mess, clearly. So, with that said, like I said, I'm going to do a breathing treatment. I may help Bean start her little project from Climbing Goat, and we're going to upload this for you guys. That said, I will see you next week. Hopefully feeling better, and we'll go from there. Have a good week. Bye, guys.